What's up, everybody? This is Brian Nemiroff, and I'm back with another bullet for you. And today we're going to talk about the 136th running of the Preakness Stakes. And we have a great field here, 14 horses, full, overdrawn field, in fact. At first look at this race, much like the Kentucky Derby, it looks to be completely wide open. But at second look, we are going to zero in on a few contenders that are poised to run big here. So unquestionably, we will start with the Kentucky Derby winner. We're talking about the number 11 horse, Animal Kingdom. Now, as you heard here on the bullet, the Kentucky Derby version of the bullet, Animal Kingdom was poised to run huge. And look, this horse backed it up. He did kind of exactly what I sort of thought about his running style. He's that mid-pack horse, which is best suited for him. I mean, he's real versatile. He can actually be up close. He can be towards the back. But what I think suits him best is how he did it in the Derby. And he was coming from the 16 post outside, and here he is as the 11, again outside. But he's going to find a nice position, not too close, not too far back. Just get him into stride in the center. And then once Johnny V finds the opening, he'll just shake the reins on Animal Kingdom, and he knows what he's got to do. And get him, just like in the Derby, that 4-5 wide path. The horse is bred to run all day. This mile and 3/16 will be no problem for him. Animal Kingdom is actually, seems like he's even better bred for the Belmont Stakes. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Look, honestly, Animal Kingdom, I liked him going into the Derby, but he impressed me. I mean, I was really impressed with that performance, with that slow pace set by Shackelford, for him still to roar by the way that he did. Just an incredible performance. He's still so lightly raced. He's getting better. Look, he's 2-1 morning line. That I'm not real crazy about that, but it's deserving, and he is the horse to beat. So let's look at a couple others that are going to run well here. And we're going to start with the number 1, Astrology. Now this horse has the connections, Steve Asmussen, Stone Street Stables, of Curlin and Rachel Alexandra fame. Both Preakness winners. And the thing I like about Astrology is that he has never been off the board. And this is going to be his 3rd start of the year, which I usually like to see as just a max effort for a horse, is that 3rd start off a layoff. And especially the way they did it with Astrology, that he went 1 1/8 in his first, then he cut back to a mile, now he goes the 1 3/16. So, and he's by AP Indy, distance will be no problem. I'm not crazy about the 1 post, but, look, he's 15-1 morning line, which I think is, crazy. If you get 15-1 on him, certainly worth a look. Okay, so next we are going to look at the number 8 horse, Dance City. Now this horse is going to be of the front running variety, but another horse who has never been off the board in his career, and he's incredibly lightly raced. His most recent start, he came in 3rd. He held 3rd in the Arkansas Derby, and so the horse definitely has speed. He's got Ramon Dominguez riding, who is always a great jockey, but especially at Pimlico. I remember back to the days of him riding Scrappy T, actually. But I just have a feeling about Dance City. He's been working bullets. He could do it, Shackelford style this time around. And he could negotiate decent fractions, and he could hang for a piece. So next, we'll look at the number 9, Mucho Macho Man. Now, we discussed him on the Derby bullet as well, and he showed up to the party. He showed up on the scene, got 3rd, ran pretty well, wasn't real prominent throughout the race at all, but that's kind of Mucho Macho Man's style. I mean, he's just a real grinder. He's a big, long-striding horse. He doesn't have a huge turn of foot, but he's a fighter, much like his daddy, Macho Uno. He kind of always just shows up on the scene. And look, his numbers are pretty good. I mean, they stack up well with the rest of the field here. The 9 post is pretty good. I think he's poised to run well again. And now last, we're going to go to the far outside. We're going to talk about the 14, Mr. Commons. Now, I was on this horse for the Santa Anita Derby, and he came in third. Again, lightly raced horse. I'm on that idea here. I'm on that trend, I guess, with this year's crop. Just because it's not, one might say, not the greatest crop of horses. So I think the ones that are more lightly raced, you clearly have yet to see the best from them. And Mr. Commons has that turf pedigree by Artie Schiller, but he impressed me with his run in the Santa Anita Derby. He's been working out pretty well. He worked a bullet. Then he's been doing 7 furlong workouts at Hollywood for John Sheriff's. So I think he's got a good bottom under him. 14 posts is bad. It's bad. But, look, he's 20 to 1 morning line, probably going to go up. Mike Smith chose astrology instead, but you know what? I just have a hunch that Mr. Commons is going to run pretty big, and he'll be a big price. So what we're going to do with this race, I love Animal Kingdom in this spot. I mean, I'm not one to jump on the bandwagon with Derby winners, but I was so impressed with him that I think he's got a real chance here. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a $2 exacta box, and we're just going to have Animal Kingdom on top, and we'll use the 1 Astrology, the 8 Dance City, the 9 Mucho Macho Man, and the 14 Mr. Commons. And then we'll just flip it. We'll put those on top of Animal Kingdom if he falters and comes in second. And we'll see what happens.